La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
I'm here now with Cardinal Fernando Filoni. He's the prefect of the Congregation for the Evangelization of Peoples. So in a sense, you are the Vatican person in charge of this event and of missions worldwide. What is the importance for you of the word mission today?
Our congregation has for centuries living and working for especially Africa, Asia, Oceania, and parts in the America, North, Canada, and Central and South America. Our congregation is looking for 1,100 dioceses and vicariates. This vast territory, which today is a house for billions of people, we ask, after 400 years of evangelization, still we have a work to do. And when we see how many billions of people still never heard anything about the gospel, we say, yes, our activity is still valid and necessary. This is the first consideration. The second consideration, how we can today propagate the gospel, announcing the gospel. After the Vatican Council, we started to think about a new way of announcing the gospel, making missions. Because especially in the past, the vocations means fathers, religious, female religious, started to becoming less and less as vocations. But people without the gospel becoming really very huge quantity, number. How we can announce the gospel today? This is the new challenge we have. Of course, after centuries of the evangelization in Africa, Asia, America, new churches were founded. And these new churches are starting to produce, not as small plants, but big plants, their fruits. We must use these fruits for the sake of the gospel. Not only in the past receiving something, still receiving, but now is the time to give others what they already received. This is the mission we have in mind, stimulating new churches, young churches, to do today the same mission they received in the past.
And this is not just the mission, your mission or the mission of the congregation, but the mission of all Christians.
Yes, of course. It's not only the old churches, but now the new churches, which must take into consideration the duty to participate, as Vatican Council said, participation in the mission of the whole church. So we have to end, sometimes people say, I have nothing, we have to receive, we are still poor. There is no one so poor not to give anything.
Yes.
There is no one who is young who cannot give the enthusiasm of their faith, of their mission. There is no one who is old to say, I am nothing. I think the old churches, new churches, young churches, all must participate. This is the beautiful aspect which came out from the Vatican. Now people must ask, this is not only consideration, no? Well, missionary must be the sisters, or the priests. No, lay people. And we can see how many lay people today are engaged in missionary activity. Not only lay people as a single people, but as families, which is something really new and beautiful. Because you see, people like transplanting themselves from their countries, their places, their regions, in new parts. Something like we know happening in the medicine, you know, transplant of the organs, cells. These are small cells that can produce something new. Not only from, we think about the physical point, medical point, you know, we think about the spiritual point, religious point, from also the church which are regenerating themselves by the most vital cells. I think this is important.
Thank you very much. That's a beautiful image, and thank you for being with us and for your words of inspiration.